I'm just on my way to the shop to buy green plantain crisps for my sister and apple juice. And I recorded a voice message for the advert, if you want to call it that, with voiceover, and I did the intro. I didn't do the actual audition itself. I did the intro, and I just couldn't bring myself to say those words. It's just one of those things. I read it to my sister before I left, and I said I'm heartless. I don't have a heart, so I wouldn't actually come out and say anything like that. And she agreed with me. You see, so it's not a negative thing to be heartless. For me, actions speak louder than words. I couldn't imagine myself talking soft to someone. In any situation, I just don't do soft or emotional. I just couldn't imagine myself doing it. I'm not going to say any more because I don't know, they might change the script given what I said to them. I said that because they want to know why it's important, why I think it's important for a mother to have emotional contact with her child. And I'm thinking, you're asking the wrong person, because I don't have any emotional contact with anybody. And people look at that and think it's a bad thing, but I've already said I don't do feelings and emotion. Have I passed the shop? No. I've already said I don't do feelings and emotion, so I just think this is a very interesting thing that I'm in a position to do if if obviously they like my voice and they pick me, or rather if my voice suits the campaign, whatever. I just find it quite interesting that I am just anti-feelings and emotions, and even for the sake of $8,500 I just can't do it. But I said to my sister just now, if they were offering me £1 million to go all feelings and emotion and all gooey, I would have to refuse it, because it's just not in me. I just couldn't do it. And I have to say though that I am very well pleased with myself, because I know, I was talking in my previous videos about money and the love of it, and here we are sort of the next day, and I'm in a position where all I got to do is say a few words. It's scripted, just got to say a few words for money, and I can't do it. Right, so I think that's a fantastic result. I think I've gone past the shop, or have I? No, I haven't. I think it's marvelous that you see, you get put in a position and it's just a small thing you're being asked to do. And I know there are people who jump at it because all they're seeing is the money. They'll say anything for money. But I think it's good. I said I like, I'm all about self-development and all of that. So from time to time you get to find out things about yourself. Sometimes you don't like what you find out, sometimes you do like what you find out. And I'm very pleased at the fact that as soon as I read what I was being asked to do, my spirit turned. I just couldn't do it. So for me, that's a fantastic development. So that's another tick in the box in the column of what would that be? Mental, spiritual development. I don't know, but I mean, it will be interesting to see if they change up, if they like my voice. I'm sure that they could easily find someone who fits the bill. But let's, for argument's sake, because I've been in situations before where they've flipped the script slightly. Like I was working on this TV show, New Tricks, and I was in the background. We were at a pool party, which required ladies lounging by the pool in swimwear, and I knew that all the women were going to turn up in micro bikinis. So I did the opposite. I went in a one piece, and I was somewhat popular on set. But it's not because I look fantastic or anything like that. It's because of how I carried myself. So you stand out. If you want to stand out, then, and it's not so much that I wanted to stand out. I went to do the job. I don't swim. I don't like water. I think I've said that before. But what I did was I talked the production around, and I said, well, we don't all have to get in the pool. Why don't I just lounge beside it? And they were okay with that. So I didn't have to go into the pool. I just lounged by the side in my swimming costume. So sometimes, you can change the course of things. So I'm not saying they're going to change the script, because, we live in a society where it's all about feelings and emotions. And perhaps they might want to go the feeling and emotions route. But what I said to them was, I'm the kind of, if I had the script is like mother with 20-year-old son going to get a job and he's nervous. And I just couldn't imagine myself in that situation. So I said in a text message that I'm the kind of person who it's more likely I would be going clubbing with my son, and he would be super assertive, super confident, just like me. So we wouldn't need to be having any kind of pep talk to that extent, where he's going to come away with the impression, if he gets turned down, or if it's in his head that he might get turned down because racism. Right, so we wouldn't be going down that kind of road, because I've got a track record. I have nieces and nephews, and we don't do that sort of nonsense. Right, so it'll be interesting to see what response I get back, because they'll listen to it and I'll get feedback on it. But I think sometimes, it's good to be put in situations that are not for you, and rather than just say no or just quietly reject. And I tend to do this actually whenever I get an opportunity to do auditions. I will get in touch and I will say I'm not suitable for the part, and I will give them some level of feedback so they can perhaps think differently about it. Because I think, like with this thing here, there's no mention of a father. It's going to be an ethnic single mother. No father, ethnic single mother with son who comes across as a weakling. Obviously, if he's lacking confidence, then he's going to need his mother, a woman, to boost him up. So I see various things with that, but for me it's like I'm just having a laugh, really. When I say having a laugh, I'm having hi Kelly Bean Eater. Not Kelly Bean Eater, Bean Eater, but I call her Kelly Bean Eater. Right, just having a laugh with her because she's a nonsense person, same as me. So we've been having fun with that. And she's an actual parent. She's raised sons, and that's not the kind of thing she would say to her sons either. So it's good when you can sort of have a laugh with people about things you can have a laugh with people who are not touchy-feely in that kind of way, and such people do exist. People think the way I talk sometimes is terrible, because where are your feelings? Where are your emotions? Where's your sensitivity? Where's your empathy? Blah blah blah. And it's like, as I've indicated, is looking at the script, what I needed to say. It showed me how cold and actually I was going to say how cold and heartless. I'm not actually cold and heartless, because as you know, I wouldn't be pitched up with my sister if I was cold and heartless. I wouldn't be walking to Sainsbury's to get potato chips at 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the evening, if I was cold and heartless. So for me, actions speak louder than words. So I think I don't know. I'm just very glad, because I've been sort of wrestling with this thing all afternoon, and I've passed it over to other people who are more motherly, that kind of way. And in saying more motherly, I mean in the way that they're looking for, the touchy-feely type of motherly. And for me, what I've got out of it is that I already knew that I'm not the type to do things for money, right? I already know that about myself anyway. But what I like is the way my spirit reacted. My spirit literally recoiled at what I was being asked to do, and I like that, and long may it continue. And I'm walking and I'm thinking, where the heck is this Sainsbury's? Have I passed it? But no, I haven't. It's just further than I thought it was. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I feel invigorated, and I shall await the response, because what I said was that we, as regards emotional connections, we were raised in Jamaica with complete strangers. So it's not anything that I relate to. That touchy-feely relationship that people have with their parents, especially their mothers usually, I don't know what that is. And people would say, oh, you poor thing. I don't feel I'm suffering what I've suffered as a consequence for not having it. I think I'm bigger, better, stronger. And the fact that I don't need to run to anybody for, support. Well, I've got God. God is my support system, really. So, right, I've located the shops I'm going in. So I will catch up later. Bye.